All right, Abusia Micha na misan so emu akwa be channel so. That's why be media judge. Finally, a idea a year Kevin Okobadu Taylor of a year Loud Silence TV to me I responded to a year lawyer Martin Kpebu. Yes, a member of a year team Ora. Ni na say achiche na a year His Excellency John Dramani Mahama just obuso a watching a year TikTokers no. And a lawyer Martin Kpebu about mountain this time. Yes, a member of the Ora team. Martin just said waba mountain about the can now this time around just say obaye say MPP ni. No cheni se mu ahe TikTok asi a eche se omo eba omo beka asem a na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama achi omo edie anka ebe ya anka onikan ema omo enche eye Kevin Okobadu Taylor. Yes, because Kevin nsem a oka no ebro eye nia TikTok asi kan ebro omo so kra na se yebeka ya dia during a year nanado dankwa akufuado the time and as beka say the term no dia demonstration bi ekoso atofo sen ene sami jemfumu ekopie mu ewo Bank of Ghana na buso mu kodu Bank of Ghana no na eche say head of Bank of Ghana no na oho the deputy so oho na so osoma the head of security ema ne bai ebeje petition edifree atofo sen ene sami jemfumu na ho enioma omoye ede kire sa head of security no say enti no ene ba beji petition ede akoma Bank of Ghana governor na say na ya jantoa akoso kwa akwaje petition na say afenyo marken akansem ede akire na say afenyo marken okanje na busu asasem no kaye no ade a Kevin Ababonten the message and I said the reply just more the ede abre lawyer Martin Kpebu after so granting the interview and I said okan na nsem ewo TV3 so no obusua na nsa akademu aye we dey ma me kasa enye tete say yeko Loud Silence TV ne kokotie reply Kevin ede ama lawyer Martin Kpebu na nsa na ye ni kan etie enkoma lawyer Martin Kpebu adi ene reply is Kevin ede abreno yenti emase ha that's why be me dey be se wase ene dey connect channel so abomodi aso be subscribe ede amaye yenti enkomo no mu akasa enchire mu emase
listen Afenyo Markins you are nobody and then Jantua right not saying it negative, it was okay, but unfortunately hours on then Nanaya went to Asempa FM and now sought to reply. That one, to be very honest, it leaves a lot to be desired. I think that something has to be done. What Afenyo Markins said, you are nobody. It was similar to what Atuforsen and Sabine Fianco did when they went to present their petition during the Kufuado regime. At that time, you know, the man they keep referring, let's correct this thing. The man they keep referring to as security man, he was a big man in the Air Force, and he was my mate in law school. So when we were even in law school, at that time, he was wing commander. Then after law school, more than 10 years, I'm sure he got several promotions. We can Google and see. I was a big man in the Air Force and a lawyer at that. But when he retired, then he got a job at the Bank of Ghana as head of security. But that's a senior military officer as Asare Boateng. He was my classmate in law school.
Right.
You say. And so the title, you just look at the title and said, so at that time, the NDC said it was disrespectful for Asare Boateng to come and receive their petition. And now, so if Afenyo Markins comes to say, Nanaya is nobody, to be very candid with you, it's not an insult. Look, our democracy is stronger than this. I told you that in 1999 we sang Kum JJ Maye, Nyami Kum JJ Maye, and I'm telling you that that song is older. We are not going back. Look, sometimes public discourse need to be caustic. That's how can JM himself called Ekufuado and Co. Achim Sakawa Mafia. That's what JM said. Who arrested JM? So these things, I think government, the JM has to talk to his people that, listen, they need to develop a tough skin. We've given them positions, they are servants, they should serve well. They are not to lord it over us. So if Afenyo Markins say, you are nobody, I don't know how nobody is such an insult. We've moved on. Look, Rollins called Kufuor a thief. Rollins called Kufuor a thief. Yesterday I was just watching that video. Kufuor is a crook, he's a thief. What did Kufuor as president do to Rollins? Why do we have public officers suddenly developing very thin skin? They listen, you are a nobody. What is an insult about nobody? Okay. Well, so that part, I think JM and his people, they need to sit by. I think to be fair,
that's your, that's your view. But then again, you grant Nana Yar'Adua that right of how she feels about it.
Because no, but she was a public officer. It's not private feelings. I mean, she was standing in for the president. So throughout, she even said it, that she was representing the president. So you don't do well in receiving the petition. Then you go 2 hours later, she couldn't temporize. That's when her anger now came out. No, we can't. Remember, look, Anatete, you remember in 2015, Occupy Flagstaff House, when they went to, she did one small tweet, and see how Ghanaians punish NDC for it. So I think that, look, they should look at it. I think an apology will be in order. Let's remember the Anatete. Look, Ghanaians are very shrewd, though. Ghanaians are very savvy. Don't think that that's the end of this episode. Wait, in 2028, when they start playing it back, by then, there would have been a few other mistakes. When they put them together, NDC, they will win the election, but they will be in trouble. So I think that she has to come out and apologize. It's not about her feelings. We've put her in a public office. And in the Constitution, Article 1 says that sovereignty resides in the people of Ghana. So the people of Ghana are the masters. The public officer is not the boss. You are there to serve. So your master says something, you are not happy, there is a way you deal with it. Just remember the Hanatete tweet when Occupy Ghana went to serve during that demonstration. You see how coming to election they used it. So this particular Jantua video, that's not the end we've seen about it. So I think government should do a bit of damage control. She must come out and apologize for that speech that is unbecoming of a public officer. It cannot be accepted. When I call it, one sentence, you see, let's understand that I'm a private citizen. So I can come up and say, Kufuor, Mampam, etc. We want to hold him account. But the public officer, you are in the saddle. It's different. You can't reply in that way. The citizens, as a sovereign, can say certain things, trying to, right? So the citizens can say certain things and go overboard. But the public officer doesn't have that right of reply to insult back. Yours is to say, oh, my brother, stop this, etc. Give education. As long as you remain in that office. If you want to trade those barbs, then resign and come into private life. Then there can be a clash, but not whilst you are in that part.
So Martin Kpebu eguso a ordinary submission eba no. Ena otwe Kevin Taylor wuramu. Na de Martin Kpebu ekotwe Kevin Taylor e de ba conversation no mu say Martin Kpebu say what say MPP fo bi mo say chia echi wuntumi na nya na kwan so a ene de oni MPP fo nya adwen say eni nti na omo ye demonstration de a oni omo nya adwen na mum no when it comes to free speech, when it comes to how arrest TikTokers, any nipa bi mu omo kasetia President Mahama, all in the name say yes say omo di President Mahama atem no ene de oni NDC aban na nya adwen esan say senka tendidie ene ye di chinipa the first person I was a channel and Kevin Taylor.
For 1.5 years, this current administration has arrested more people on the matter of this free speech than Ekufuado's 8 years. It's a bad record. It's a bad record for JM. They should be careful. For 8 years, the number of people Ekufuado's administration arrested are not up to the number arrested in 1.5 years in JM's administration. That is a bad record. JM should pay attention. You see, these things, they start small. Before he discovers, all the goodwill will be gone. He should let people speak. Yes, they will say you are giant, you are this. But we're saying Ekufuado is stone deaf. Mampam, did Ekufuado arrest me?
Which you were made to obviously withdraw, obviously.
No, but we continue
then again,
since
yes,
then.
but
and even Nana Yar'Adua, she herself, she called the Ekufuado Nebuchadnezzar. So anytime we say Nebuchadnezzar, it's Nana Ajantwa who popularized Akufo-Addo as Nebuchadnezzar. Look, let me land once again. Allow Ghanaians to land. Let me tell you, in South Africa, there is this case, the Constitutional Court killed the Boer, meaning killed the white man. It went to court. The South African Constitutional Court held that kill the white man, that song, it's a liberation song. It's not a song meaning literally just go and kill whites. So it's the equivalent of our Kum JJ Mae and our Kum Akufo-Addo Mae. And don't be surprised if JM, they don't stand this thing, very soon that song will be sung for his JM. Listen, this country is far stronger. It's a rich history. Let's understand that area very well. Not the listing or you go and arrest people. No, JJ himself called Kufuor a thief, a sitting president. Kufuor didn't arrest JJ. If you like, just Google it. Even Black Rasta played back that tape just recently. Just Google it. JJ called Kufuor a sitting president a thief. Kufuor didn't arrest JJ because he understands that there's a grievance. If you enter public office, you need a thick skin, and that's what Okoboy, Dr. Okoboy, former is it Minister of Health or Deputy? Yes, he said it. When you enter public office, you need a thick skin. So please, JM, I think they should sit up. As for their insults, there's little you can do. It's part of the accountability thing. That's our own thing. It's not going to go away. So we better maybe have a conference, rethink, but you can't shut people down by their arrest. No.
There's a question Adam Sando was put. I'll come to you. He said if that's the kind of standard that we should be setting for the democracy that we are practicing, the fact that certain comments, although derogatory, should be normalized, and having a thick skin for derogatory remarks. Is that what we want to hold as a standard for our politics, for our democracy, Martin Kpebu?
Obviously no. Obviously no. But you don't use we, the top people, as the only standard. We have a lot of our people, and even when you say the top people, who are the top? I just told you that Jantwa herself, she said Akufo-Addo is Nebuchadnezzar. Somebody made a song, Akufo-Addo is Mampam. Akufo-Addo didn't arrest that person. I also kept repeating it. My Mampam friend is Adam Bona. He likes that word. And then other people. Mampam saying that Akufo-Addo is stone dead. JJ called Kufuor a thief, a certain president. That's even around the 2000s. So Kufuor didn't arrest JJ, etc. So that thing, we need to understand it well. It's easy to just come and sit there and say, that's not the standard. Yes, I also don't support it. But if you look at the groundswell, look at Kevin Taylor. Kevin Taylor, when he comes into Ghana, who protects him? It's not national security. You know all the things Kevin Taylor says, it said against Akufo-Addo. You know all the things Kevin Taylor said against Akufo-Addo and his appointees. Yet when he comes into Ghana, it's James National Security that gives him protection. Please, so this thing, let's stop blowing hot and cold. It tells you that people are not happy. Yes, I support JM. I supported him because Akufo-Addo couldn't do better. But it doesn't mean if he does some things that are wrong, I will not say it. Just for example, I've told him that no, this extension from 4 years to 5 years is not on. I don't need to insult him. But I'm saying that people in expressing the dissent, sometimes the insults come. It's not the best. But arresting people too is not the best. At the end of the day, you end up arresting the whole society. So let's sit back and see what we can do, because these things, they started, even Kwame Nkrumah met them. You read Kwame Nkrumah's books, people were booing him in the 60s and insulting him. So these things didn't start today.
And that's Martin Kpebu echo straight to the point. Fire Kevin Taylor or Bonnie D. Now, what you say at the time of Martin Kpebu ebo Kevin Taylor, do you know? A lot of people anticipated say once Martin Kpebu Akwa pre Kevin Taylor, the Kevin Taylor will come and respond. And indeed, he has come out. It is not surprising say Kevin Taylor ba no by also there or see from a neck on Martin Kpebu eba be chiam. Now before I say bakokuti nsema Kevin Taylor e dia betu dwa no me sure so Ghana ha lemfi see obecho 100 cedis free. So nim say bia lemfi etama mo abrochi ni bonus. See at the lemfi say drew Ghana for so wo dia ne so be download and back with lemfi app. Now we register was also register. Lemfi bemo we generate to referral code. Now referral code no ubeti media mo bi wa brochi say on download the Lemfi app na nkasa. No for code in sign app. Se nipa ne yesa no the Lemfi app ne send this kama wa. Lemfi ebe cho 100 cedis free. So per step by step on how to go about this procedure. Now watch a video description I say. Also ensema Kevin Taylor edi abetu jani. Na Kevin Taylor aba abetro say African proverb for TV wise men. And I say, the biggest mistake any TV menopausal man can make is to think they can impregnate an old cow who knows the jungle. Thank you. Ahana dia wa Martin Kpebu din. Nanso later on no, oba be bo Martin Kpebu din. We na ye ne first tweet a o mikiye. A na o chemu say obi TV no so a wanya monopause. Man be with television so when you monopause. Now man no he make a big mistake by thinking say he can impregnate an old cap who knows the jungle. Natural say we no and call Facebook and no chidem say this is for Kpebu. You have taken your shots. It's my turn to take my own. So get ready for what is coming. That is a Kevin Taylor say Martin Kpebu. Oh, what the abeto abonten. Oh, pim makutia. Baba be fire me. Send me Ghana. President Mahama. Emma national security. Eba me hoba inches. I won't who expose me. And you get ready. Because once I don't want to abeto abere wedi and money. And you me no ni bidi. Oye den bidi. In the coming days, it is not going to be easy on you. As I say, Kevin Taylor. Edja. Martin Kpebu. Ama. Or the response edi kind. Aba. I see in the coming days, at any given chance, on for Martin Kpebu hon channel.